up, guys? It's Harlequin here, bringing you guys another video, and also like another episode kind of in the series we're doing called Stories. And this is gonna be a story about my first fight. Yes, it's gonna be a fist fight. Yes, it was scary. Well, not really, actually. It was just kind of like a lot of mixed feelings. It was kind of funny more than like scary. But yeah, but before we get into that, we're gonna be opening a rare supply drop. If I get crap, I'm not gonna be happy. Okay, I see some rares. Okay. That's not bad. That's honestly not bad. We got a Venom helmet, a Spectre helmet, a VMP, I cannot talk right now, quick draw variant, and a piece for the Seraph. Alrighty. I actually think, yeah, I had one legendary that I can burn. Because the Venom helmet, I think I've already had that. Okay, so now we have 14 crypto keys. We're already like halfway to another rare supply drop. That's insane how you can just like burn these duplicates and just get so many. Alright, let's hop into a core domination match. And I am here with my friend Meh Gaming 722. If you want to say what's up, go ahead. So yeah, we are gonna be telling a story about my first 5th grade fight. Okay, so it all started in my first 5th grade fight. My first fight, fist fight. Okay, it's just kind of funny though that I said that because it was when I was in 5th grade. Okay, so it all started when I was in elementary school, obviously, since it's 5th grade, and I had a friend named Connor. I can say his name because I don't even know his last name. Like, I wouldn't even say his last name, but I don't even know it, so I can't really say it anyways. But his name was Connor, and we were probably like best friends for at least I want to say 4th grade through 5th grade. And he could play video games. I could not. Actually, I don't want to use it. That's for a different series. He could play all these video games, such as like Call of Duty. He could play like Assassin's Creed. He could play Grand Theft Auto. And me, I can play like Little Big Planet. But yeah, so I have actually like another story up on my channel of why and how I was able to play Call of Duty. If you guys want to go check that out, I forget what it's called, but if you guys just search through my stories, you guys will be able to find it. I think it's my first interaction with Call of Duty. That's what it's called. But anyways, back to this story. So he got me into Assassin's Creed. He would tell me like a bunch of stories about it, and he would like say all these like myths and everything, because I was really into like Greek mythology and all that, like kind of storytelling at the time. So of course I'm like also into like, you know, Assassin's Creed stories and such like that, because that's based in the older times, and it's just kind of like the same kind of like kind of stuff that I was like enjoying at the time, just like most likely every 5th grader goes through. I do not want the Shiva. Why do I have a Shiva? No. But yeah, so he got me into Assassin's Creed, and he was telling me all these stories, and he had another friend, I forget his name. I want to say it was like, I don't want to like, I honestly don't remember. I'm sorry guys, but I don't remember. So him and his other friend started to like kind of like tell me all these stories about how they have a like assassin like league going on, and they're like in control of it, and they have people like all over Europe and like everything. And at the time I was like totally believing it. Like, I'm a 5th grader, I'm loving the stories he's telling me. Like, why would he lie? He's like my best friend. And yeah, so he started telling me all this stuff that like, oh my gosh, you know, like our league just found out like the biggest criminal, and we're about to take him down. And I'm like, isn't this illegal? Like in the back of my mind I was always like, isn't this like illegal? Like, I'm not gonna tell the cops because I'm not a snitch, but like, what is this? You know, like, why are you just going around killing like criminals? I mean, yeah, they're criminals, but you just can't murder people, you know? So he was telling me those stories, and he was like, so, the time has come, and do you want to be recruited? And I was like, what are you talking about, man? Like, I don't kill people, if that's what you're asking me. And he was like, no, it's alright. Do you want to be recruited? Do you want to be in our assassins group? And I was like, is that even a question? Hell yeah, I do. I want to be an assassin. And so he, like, did through this, like, bullcrap training. I don't even know what it was. It was like, how long can you hold your breath, and like all this stuff that like he can't even do, but he was just saying like he had me do like all this parkour stuff, and like his excuse for him not doing it was he had a hurt knee because he went on a mission and hurt it, and I was like, what the heck? So yeah, and keep in mind, I keep voice cracking. Hopefully you guys can't hear it that well because it is pretty bad on my end. But so I've never been to his house. I've only hung out with him in school and a little bit outside of school. Jeez, this VMP actually has a good, decent range. So yeah, I've never been to his house. He's always talking about how he has all these blades and he has like the whole map of Europe and everything in his house, and like where everybody is, and like how he deploys everyone and all that. And so, you know, I have no reason not to believe him. So of course I'm just gonna be like, oh yeah, okay, you know, cool. And so he starts going on and on about all this training that I have to do before I can be recruited, and you know, like I think a couple weeks passed. What's up, Losiris? I'm just doing a video right now, and so like a couple weeks pass, and he's like, okay, you know, it's finally time for you to be recruited. And I'm like, okay, you know, is there like a weird ritual to get into this brotherhood or anything? And he was like, no, man. Huh? No, you're not interrupting at all. Alright, yeah, I'll play some zombies in a bit. Alright, man, I'll see you later. Alright, peace. Alrighty, so back to the story. He just I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I was like asking him, I was like, is there a ritual into this brotherhood or anything? And he was like, no, man, you're just in. And I was like, hell yeah, you know, that's super cool. I'm in this like assassins group. And I was asking him, I remember asking him all about like, so do I get a blade, or what do I have to wear? And he was like, dude, we're just normal people wearing normal things. Just when you have the chance, carry a blade in your back pocket or something like that, is what he said. And he was telling me, you know, like if you guys have ever seen Assassin's Creed, most likely you guys have, it's like they like twitch their hand or something and like a blade comes out. I'm not sure what it's called. I'm probably like gonna get bashed by the Assassin's Creed community, but whatever. So yeah, they like a switchblade. All right. Okay, so it was like a switchblade thing, and he was telling me that he had one for me, and I was like really excited. And so he was saying like, oh yeah, at whatever, like during this weekend you can come over and you can grab it at my house. And I was like, okay. Like I didn't really want to go to his house because like I was a kid, I was really weird about that kind of stuff. Like I didn't really like going to people's houses. If I was gonna spend the night, it was most likely gonna be at my house for sure. And I was just one of those weird kids. So I kind of like told my mom, I was like, Mom, I don't want to go to my friend's house. I just like hanging out with him in school. But he wants me to go over to the weekend. And so she told me what to say, and I forget what she said, like to say or whatever, but it wasn't anything mean. It was just like, oh yeah, I can, because it's like a family thing or whatever that I have going on this weekend. So I was kind of sad because I was totally believing about that like switchblade thing, and I wasn't going to be able to get it, but I did not want to go to his house. So you know, it was kind of like a win-lose, kind of like a even. I guess it was even, but yeah. So he like, he was like, okay, you know, that sucks that you can't get that, but whatever. I'm just gonna tell you some more stories before your first mission. And it didn't like catch me off guard when he said first mission, because I was just like thinking, oh yeah, it's probably gonna be like another training mission or whatever, you know. And he was like, something. He said something like, Ezio is my friend or something. I'm not sure the Assassin's Creed characters. I think his name is like Ezio or something. And he was saying that his friend is turning evil, and that we need to stop him, and that was my first mission. So at first I was like, what are you talking about? Your friend's like the coolest person ever. He's like an assassin like you know? What do you mean he's turning evil? And he said, yeah, like Ezio is turning evil. And we were like, at the time this was like second recess, so that's like the longest recess we have, and it's right after lunch, and it's like an hour. And so we were in the middle of this giant playing field, and his friend starts like laughing like hysterically and like you know, almost like acting like the Joker. and he's like, oh my gosh, he's turning into an evil person right now, we gotta stop him. And so like he was going up and play fighting and everything, and so I was like, okay, you know, whatever, let's start play fighting, you know. And so we started fighting, and like his friend was like, you know, man, this is like really funny, you guys are so bad, I thought you guys were better or whatever. And I was starting to get like mad because I don't know, like I didn't have anger issues at all. No, I didn't have anger issues, but I was getting mad. I was like, how dare you, I'm an assassin just like you know, I'm probably even better. And so it was like midway, and I actually punched his friend. Like I actually literally punched him in the jaw, and they were like, dude, this is all a joke, this whole like month has been a joke, you're not an assassin, what are you doing? And I like felt really like embarrassed. I was like, how did I fall for this? Like I'm such a childish little person. Like I was getting like really self-conscious and stuff. And if you guys still play fight and like you guys are like 50 years old to 15 or whatever age, don't be embarrassed. I mean, you guys enjoy what you guys like to do, so if you guys enjoy doing that, then no one can take your enjoyment away from that if you don't let them. So I just want to put that in there because I have no discrimination against anyone and any of their things. So yeah, that Ripper though. So yeah, they were like telling me that, and I was getting really angry, and I kicked my friend Connor in like the back of the knee, you know, to make him fall. And I was like, haha, you're a bad assassin too, man, you fell. And he was like, dude, we just said this was a joke, what are you doing? That actually hurt. And I was like, dude, I don't care, I thought you said you're an assassin. And like I was still stuck on this assassin thing, and I just like wouldn't get like the hint that it was all fake, I guess. So we started actually just like, it started out as just like, you know, kind of like slapping each other's arms, being like, yo, do something, you know, that little kind of like play thing you do before you actually start like fighting. And then he like actually slapped me, and he was like, do something. And so I just started like throwing punches everywhere and like kicking, and I was just like being a maniac. And he starts doing the same thing, and this recess teacher, I thought this was the weirdest thing, this recess teacher looks at us. I'm like, oh, okay, and just walks away. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, you gonna just let us do this? And I was fine with it, man. I was gonna beat his ass, but you know, so I was fine with it. And she was just like walks by, and she's like, okay, whatever. So that was pretty cool, I guess. I mean, it was cool and weird at the same time. So yeah, we start throwing punches and stuff, and I start running. Like, he starts running away, and I start running after him. I'm like, what are you doing? Get back here, Connor. And he's like, dude, no. I'm like, I don't want to fight you, man. And I was like, why, you scared? You know, I was like doing that trash talk, and he was like, no, I'm not. I'm an assassin of the whatever league. And I was like, dude, I thought you said that was fake. And he was like, it is fake, but to get you off my case, it's real. And like, he was like trying to do this weird mind trick shit on me, and I was like, what the heck? Like, what are you talking about? And so we started fighting again, and it just got even weirder because he started like getting into some karate stances, and I was like, what the heck? And so yeah, we started fighting, and then finally this other recess, like, he's grabbed my hair. I had long hair at the time. You guys have seen my vlogs. I mean, it's like longish, but like it was like down to my shoulders. So he starts grabbing my hair and like pushing me into the ground and stuff, and it's like raining now at this point, and so like we're fighting in the mud, and people got the principal, and the principal came out, and we were like throwing punches, and like I think Connor got a black eye, and I had like bruises all over. And so they separated us apart, and they were like, you guys are going into the office, and we're calling your parents. And we were like, no, don't call our parents, you know. That's like the scariest thing when you're in elementary school, of them calling your parents. And so they call our parents, and we're playing a puzzle together to like try to cope with our feelings or whatever they said. And we were like, yo, Connor, this was stupid, let's just be friends again. And he was like, yeah, man, you're right, this was stupid, let's just be friends. And we were friends all through 7th grade and 6th grade. And yeah, that's the story of my first fist fight. And yeah, it was a good outcome. It had a happy ending. We were still friends and everything, and I got past the assassin thing, obviously. So yeah. That was a pretty fast story, but if you guys enjoyed these stories, and you guys enjoyed this one, don't forget to leave a like if you want to, and a comment of what kind of story I should do next. And yeah, thanks for watching as always, and I will see you guys later. It's been Harlequin, and peace out.